Hey guys, so where the hell are the patch notes for Street Fighter 5 Season 2? This is crazy. It's blowing my mind. They're really going to release this the day before it comes out, I swear. But anyways, it's been nuts lately. Like I said, the beta was leaked a couple days ago, and now everyone has access to it. It's really easy now, and everyone's just testing a bunch of crazy things. There are so many things being leaked right now that there's just such a huge list. So I'm just waiting for the official notes to see what actually goes through. But in the meantime, I might as well kind of give you guys an update on some of the big things. And then I'll give you a link at the end here where you guys can check out most of the notes yourselves, because there's no point of me breaking all this down again. We're going to get the official notes in a few days here. So, fresh off, the big changes that are confirmed so far is the anti-air lights are in fact nerfed. So I'm sure people are happy that that is in the bag now. And you can actually see like an example of Nikoli's like hitbox on a standing light punch. You can see the difference, the before and after. It's actually pretty huge. You can still see it's still good as a light normal as it should be, but just not as an all-around anti-air. And this is across the board on a lot of characters. Gray Life still seems to drain slowly, and they didn't seem to change Zangief's V skill on that. So rip Zangief's V skill or any other armor move for that matter. You just can't look at Gray Life or White Life in the way of that you're gonna be able to replenish it. You just can't look at it that way. You just gotta let it go, man. Anyways, there are some slightly like good anti-air lights though that still remain, such as Zangief's standing light punch, because that was like the purpose of it in the first place. It's because the beginning frames of it is actually faster as an anti-air. So things like that are fine because like that's like its unique use, and which is what Capcom's philosophy is right now. No invincible meterless DPs confirmed. So if you stick out an attack as your opponent's waking up and he tries to do an uppercut, an invincible uppercut, they will get clipped. So they have definitely changed that. However, there are two specific DPs that remain in the game that are still fully invincible meterless, and that is Cammy's DP, her cannon spike when she's in V-trigger, so she can only do 2. And Akuma's V-trigger uppercut is also fully invincible, mirrorless, but he of course drains V-gauge when he does his Dragon Punch. And it also has that canned follow-up where he slams you downward. So both limited uses, but they're powered up versions anyways from the V-trigger. So still makes them unique. Many characters have also, in the notes that I've read, many characters have a lot of improved anti-air normals across the board. For every character. It seems that a lot of the anti-air normals are actually putting opponents into juggled states, so you can follow up with other specials and stuff afterwards to increase the damage of it. For example, Nash's standing hard kick. If you anti-air with a standing hard kick, you can juggle into super. Now, for example, Birdie's crouching hard punch, where he slams his arms upwards. Now you can cancel out and juggle into bullhead. Ryu's back hard kick. You can now cancel from both hits of Ryu's back hard kick now, and you can do an anti-air back hard kick with Ryu, and then 1 or 2 hits, and then cancel that into EXDP for a really good anti-air juggle, really good damage. Alex's crouching hard punch, for example, if you do 1 hit with his crouching hard punch, you can now juggle into the regular knee smash. That's where Alex leaps into the air and grabs you with his legs and slams you down. You can now do this mid-screen. Before you can only do that in the corner without meter. So this is great. Like a lot of characters have changes like this for anti-airs, and that's what we want. Like if you're gonna take away the anti-air lights, then buff the normals that were intended to be anti-airs, and that's one of my favorite changes actually for Season 2. Always like more damage on anti-air stuff. I even saw something crazy like Ryu doing a light DP and it traded, and I think he was in V-trigger mode, and then he actually juggled the super, just like in Street Fighter 4. Remember those days, guys? So I'm just gonna list some things that caught my eye, looking through a huge list of changes, and I'll just spitball them to you guys. So Ryu's parry now gives twice the V gauge, so now it's six parries for 1 bar rather than 12 before, which was way too much. Chun-Li now has 875 health, down from 950, so now Chun-Li has the same amount of health as Akuma. She can also V-trigger cancel off of her legs, which I said before, and also off of her fireball, so now Chun-Li has a lot of good V-trigger conversion. She already has good V-trigger conversions, but now really good ones since she can V-trigger cancel from her special. I still think Chun-Li is going to be very strong in Season 2, very strong. Nash's medium kick scythe, that's the -8 that I complain about all the time, where he spins with his leg out and you can't punish it even though it's -8. There's less pushback on it now, and it's -10, so that thing will be super easy to punish now. You know how Nash always starts off the round with medium kick scythe? Yeah. Bison's EX Fireball, the Psycho Blast, apparently goes full screen and doesn't detonate off of like a set amount of time or distance, so it just keeps going, which is interesting. It'll help Bison with his pressure, but of course Bison got a ton of other buffs too. Armika, man, Armika just gets no breaks right now, man. She's down to 875 health as well, down from 950. So Armika has the same amount of health as Akuma. I think they went a little overboard on Armika nerfs. Like I said before, I know you guys don't like Armika, but I feel like in any type of patch changes and stuff, if you nerf a character so hard that they're just literally unplayable, then you failed on balancing. You're supposed to, you know, normalize things. So just like completely nerfing a character so they just don't exist in the game is not solving the problem either. But we don't know yet. We still have to see the official notes before we go crazy here. Rashid's standing hard kick, that's where he leaps with the two legs, is now -4 instead of -2. So it's now punishable. -2 seems to be the magic number in Street Fighter V, where something is -2 on block. You can do some really gimmicky things like doing like invincible reversals afterwards and stuff. And it was really annoying. But Rashid's standing hard kick in particular is really good because it can dodge throws, for example, and yeah, it puts your opponent in a really weird situation because you're -2 and you could do like an EX whirlwind, for example, afterwards. But now it's -4, it's punishable by lights. Dhalsim's health actually went up to 925, up from 900. Really interesting. Dhalsim is probably one of the most buffed characters in Season 2, so you guys want to keep a lookout for him. And just buffing his HP, it looks like Capcom's really focusing on making this character, well, he's already viable, but making him really good. Guile still has his Sonic Boom loops, but they're different variations. So I talked about this before, how they got rid of the Medium Punch version 1, for sure, because Crouching Medium Punch has more pushback with Guile now. But I was pretty sure that he would still have his loops, just another form. They're not as long, or as, but they're still pretty flashy, and it still does a lot of damage. So at least they're still there. At least there's some kind of variation, right, guys? So, and Guile still looks really strong in Season 2, by the way. Karen's overhead attack from her Rekkas, the overhead variation, where you go up and punch from her Rekkas, seems to be safe on block now, which is really funny. But then again, most players just mash light punch through Karen's Rekkas anyways. She also has some cool juggle combos where she does jumping medium punch in the air, and she hits the opponent in the air, you put him in a juggle state, and then you can juggle with a V skill into V trigger, for example. A lot of cool things like that with Karen. Laura's EX command grab is projectile invincible, so it goes through fireballs now. So you know when Laura dashes forward and leans forward when she does her EX grab, now it'll go right through the fireballs. Really cool. Juri's startup on her V skill has been greatly increased, and she gains projectile invincibility much faster when she charges it. I don't think Juri has had too many problems dealing with projectiles, to be honest. Like, she's got a lot of tools to deal with projectiles. They're not the best, but at the same time, they don't, like, I feel like her V skill is really weak in general. So they gotta, like, if they're gonna make it be good against projectiles, then make it good against projectiles. So at least she has that. There are also a lot of frame data changes with Juri. One change, I really want her standing medium punch to link into her crouching medium punch, and they made her standing medium punch now +5 on hit. So I'm like, right on, now she can link into her crouching medium punch. But then they made the startup on her crouching medium punch 6 frame startup, which means it doesn't link. They changed the both to make sure it still doesn't link, which pissed me off. But then her standing medium kick is now 5 frame startup, so Juri can go standing medium punch into standing medium kick into some sort of special to combo. So at least she has medium into medium, thank God. What else? Urian's cross-up, his cross-up light kick, it's so plus that he's actually able to easily link into his crouching hard punch, which is absolutely insane. To be fair, Urian's jump is not the best, but if you get hit by Urian's cross-up, it's going to suck. Especially when he can throw down his V triggers, it gets Reflector, and then crossing you up, and that leads into a lot of damage. Man, Urian looks strong for Season 2, really. So, yeah, I'm just listing the very small amount of changes, guys. Like I said, I don't want to make another long-ass video and then the official notes come out. They could come out today for all we know. But if you guys want to read through the notes yourself, there's a great roundup thread on Reddit, and I'll post the link in the video description below. And if you guys want to have a good head start on the changes and get prepared on what character you want to learn this season, or your favorite character's changes, then yeah, go ahead and take a look. Also, some data mining on Akuma's titles. You can get a little preview of Akuma's titles to see what you can unlock with him. Some of them are pretty cool. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. We still don't know how much of these notes are actually going through because we're getting all this information from the beta itself. So, like I said, it was a beta that was not supposed to be open to the public. Capcom did it by accident. So usually when you have like a closed beta, like an internal beta for your testers, usually you don't just do micro changes. Usually you change a whole bunch of things at once so you can get a lot of testing done. But that's what makes me suspicious because, you know, I don't see too much. One of the things that Washiga said was that for the changes for Street Fighter V, there'll be very little meter gain on moves now. Like it's greatly reduced. And I didn't see that much from this beta build. So I'm assuming that there's still things that weren't implemented yet and that we're going to see on the official day. And maybe not all this stuff is going through. I just wouldn't be surprised. So we don't know for sure, right? But any day now we'll get these official notes. I'm going to guess it's going to be on Monday, the day before the patch. They weren't kidding when they said they were going to announce this weeks after. They weren't kidding at all. But anyways, all this stuff is coming down on December 20th. That's the big day. That's when we're getting the holiday skins stage, Akuma, the Red Bull costumes, and yeah, and Season 2 starts. Also, I hear some people asking questions about the nostalgia costumes. As far as I know, we're not getting nostalgia costumes on that day except for Akuma. He will have his nostalgia combos. But with Alex and Ibuki and that Bison stage we saw months ago, no idea. Completely MIA. So, until then. So I'll keep you guys in the loop. And we're just waiting for that big patch day. And yeah, guys, have fun for the rest of your weekend. Take care.